Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? Glad to be back. Glad to be back with y'all, man. And I like to thank you guys for your patience, man. This is a crazy year for me, and I don't normally talk about like a lot of personal things on here or anything like that. But like, I'm getting married in like a couple months, like 2.5 months. Like, I'm getting married, so I'm very busy with that type of stuff. I'm actually planning on a new project too, um, that I've been working on, which is music related, and it's like a big project. Like, I have half of my house, kind of, well, not really half my house, but I have a whole section of my house kind of that's been under construction for 2 months that I try to work on, like in between like work and stuff like that, because I'm building a recording studio in there and I'm writing a record and trying to get my band kind of thing going or whatever. And I'm going to be doing that on YouTube at some point. It's probably going to be a year or two before that kind of you guys start to see that or whatever. But if you follow me, you know that my background was actually music originally and things like that. So I've been really focusing on that type of stuff, and um, trying to come on here too, best that I can. But this year with sneakers is I'm gonna be honest with you, has really kind of frustrated me a little bit, just a little bit. Like, I'm not like gonna sit here and cry or anything like that, but like, I feel like there's like a little bit of frustration out there, as far as just being able to get certain things. And it's really like Nike and Jordan Brand that's the most frustrating, right? Because if you look at how they're kind of releasing some of these sneakers, they're not even dropping them on the Nike sneakers app anymore, really, right? Like, they're dropping mostly everything, but they're not dropping everything, and that's incredibly frustrating for a lot of people, right? Because, like, I mean, if you live in like Wyoming, right, like, or Iowa, or like some of these places, you know what I mean? Like, it's you don't have like a bunch of stores near you to kind of do these raffles, um and a lot of times, right? A lot of times, like, it's like the hot spots, Atlanta, New York, you know, um, Texas, I guess, to a certain extent, Los Angeles, like those type of places that have stores, and you can do raffles and try to make connections and things like that. But a lot of people do rely on the Nike sneakers app, and you know, what was that? The Jordan 1 band, obviously a really limited release, really limited. I mean, and there was no Nike sneakers app release for that. Um, the Union Air Jordan 1 dropped on the Union website, but they did a raffle system, which I really wasn't like a fan of. And even though I'm not like the biggest fan of that sneaker, for retail, that's a go, right? Paying resale prices for it, nah, I don't need that. I got a bunch of Chicago's already, and I don't necessarily need to spend 350, 400, 500. I mean, those were going for like $1,000 a couple weeks before they dropped on the Union website. Excuse me. And then this week, we were all expecting the sneakers app to do something, shock drop, a draw, something along those lines. And then they went and did that exclusive access, which means that, there was a limited amount of pairs to begin with, what like, we already knew that. But then, like, just doesn't seem like you had a real chance at something. You know what I mean? And that's really the thing. That's really the thing, is like, I think for a lot of us that've been in the game for a while, like, we just want a chance at it, right? Like, if I don't get it, I don't get it. Like, move on to the next thing. I think a lot of us are just looking, we just want the chance to be able to get things. And I really feel like, obviously it's on purpose. You know what I mean? Like, they could drop these sneakers however they want. They could do, a draw. We've seen them do all types of crazy draws, 90-minute draws, 2-hour draws. Most of the time it's 10 minutes. And, I feel like, especially, what was that, Tuesday? I feel like a lot of people, just felt like a little slighted on that. You know what I mean? Like, you don't really have a chance to get it. Shout out to everybody that got it, though. if you got exclusive access on the Jordan 1 Union, man, let me know in the chat below, man. But congratulations on that. I actually had a video that I was gonna drop for that after the release happened, because there was also reports that that wasn't the actual like real release, and it was going to be dropping on May 1st, and you know, it would be first come first serve or a draw or something like that on sneakers. But then that turned out to be a glitch, so I didn't drop that video, but I had a video for that because that was all the information that was coming out. But then once we found out that that was a glitch and that wasn't going to happen, I didn't drop that video because I didn't want people to see that and then, you know what I mean, think that we were actually going to be getting that when we weren't, and things like that. So but that was the news. Like, you know, I guess, you know, shortly after that exclusive access, there was all these reports that and screenshots that, you know, it had a May 1st release on the Nike sneakers app and things of that nature. But as far as I know, best of my knowledge, that's not going to happen. That exclusive access for the Jordan 1 Union that's it. Like, it's done. It's over with. Like, we're not getting no more chances at this. Like, could we see this on a Jordan Reserve or something a little bit later down the line? Yeah. I mean, obviously no sneaker ever sells out. You know, we might have another crack at this here or there, but by and large, like, this is cooked. This is done. You know what I'm saying? So what these prices are, you know, this is what we're going to, you know, basically see out on the secondary market for these probably very, very soon. Now, what I'm seeing here, right? What I'm seeing here is like a lot of people are buying this sneaker to actually sell it. And this sneaker really lost a lot of, uh, I hate to say it lost a lot of hype because it didn't really lose hype, but once those prices went from $1,000 to $600 to $500 to $400, you know, people didn't really have the same kind of love for it or the same attraction to it. Um, you know, just because the prices weren't going for it as much. And these are doing basically what I kind of expected them to do. You know, for the most part, you know, in the smaller sizes, you know, we're looking at 375 for this. Um, Once those kind of sneakers app pairs touchdown and things like that, you know, maybe in like my size, maybe this could be a $350 shoe. That's kind of like where I feel like this should be at. This sneaker is not worth, in my opinion. This is just my opinion, and if you disagree with me, hey, I respect it. But for me, this was never like a slam dunk must cop. Gotta buy this, you know, resale or whatever. Like, it just wasn't that type of sneaker for me. Um, uh, and you know, I feel like this should be a $350 shoe anyways. Like, spending $500 on this, I mean, you might as well just get Chicago's. You might as well just get Chicago's. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. And if you got Chicago's, obviously, I really doubt that you want to pay $500, $450 or something like that for these in like the bigger sizes. But it's still kind of frustrating that what we're seeing from Jordan Brand and Nike is they're not necessarily dropping the sneaker and giving us like a chance at it on sneakers app. Now, obviously, you know, we all put in on that Union website. I know we all did. And, you know, some of us got it, man. You know what I mean? Like, there was a decent amount of these. And people were lucky enough to get them for retail and things like that. So, you know, but, you know, some of these releases, I think, especially these collabs, I think like these are definitely going to be, we're kind of going to be at the mercy of whatever they decide to do as far as how they release them. Now, the next one that I feel like a lot of people have on the brain right now is the SB4s. The SB4s, those released via skate shops the other day. And, you know, now we're waiting on a Nike sneakers app release for this. Now, from what I'm hearing about this one dropping on the Nike sneakers app, it's supposed to be sometime in the middle of April is what we should expect a Nike sneakers app release. Now, I'm I don't have like a lot of faith in that, and not to say that they won't drop on there, but like, if they're gonna do this like exclusive access thing or something like that, like, you know what I'm saying? Because like, you basically have to be lucky. You're at the mercy of the Nike sneakers app. You don't even, you know, you just can't put in for it. And then if you take your L, hey, you take your L like a man. Boom, you move on to the next. Like, I don't know how they're gonna release these. Are they gonna do exclusive access again? Are they going to do a shock drop? We haven't seen a shock drop yet in 2025. We have not seen one, and we're coming to the end of March. And normally we get one every so often, and we haven't seen this. We haven't seen a shock drop. And by all reports that's coming out, I think it was yesterday, as to where this could be the last SB kind of Jordan collab. Because from what they're saying is Jordan's going to have like their own skateboarding division maybe in the future. So we don't necessarily need like the SB collab on Jordan. Jordan's just going to have like their own skateboarding kind of shoe. You know what I'm saying? Their own skateboarding department. So this could be the last SB that we see. I don't know, how quickly that's going to happen. But this sneaker right here, man, I'm going to tell you like this. I put in a bunch of raffles for this. And to this point, I haven't gotten any W's. I saw somebody commented here that they just got a W on this, man. And I'll get to your comment here in a minute. But first off, congrats on that, man. Congrats. This is a dope shoe. Definitely one of those sneakers that is definitely on all of our lists. Like, I feel like this is definitely a sneaker that a lot of us want. And there's a lot of these. There's a lot of these out there. Not hundreds of thousands, but there's a good amount of these. And let's see. So that was the 18th. Today is what, the 20th. So a couple of days out, these dropped in price. In my size, these are $400. These are $400. In the bigger sizes, we're talking, and by bigger, I mean not much bigger, like 9.5, 10, 10.5. This is like 450 to 500, and even in the bigger size, wow, like 12, 550, 10.5, 500, size 11, 511. This is a $500 shoe. Unless you wear my size, which is like a size 8, 8.5, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you can get these for $360, $380, maybe even the 400, right? Like, and even that, I feel like, it's a little bit pricey for these. I feel like the prices are going to come down on these. I would wait on these. I wouldn't pay resale for these right now. I would wait on this because they will drop on the Nike sneakers app. They will. Just how, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, are they going to give us a fair shot at it? I'm not really sure. But for this right now, I know a lot of people want this shoe, man. So I know it's very tempting. I know, it's tax time. People got a little bit of tax money. You could throw that money around, get this shoe, be done with it. Don't got to worry about it. I get it, man. I get it. But I would wait on this because, I feel like because this is a Nike, like a double Nike collab kind of thing, I feel like maybe, hopefully, like there's a good amount of these coming from Nike, but you know what I mean? Like, so, but me, I'm going to wait on these. I really want these. I really want these. But, just right now, they're going to be dropping on there. So I'm going to hold off. I'm definitely going to hold off. I'm going to tell you guys to do the same thing. Just see what happens. Hopefully things start to improve a little bit on some of these releases. But I don't know how much easier it could even get, right? Because, like, for me, I haven't even hit on a sneaker on the Nike sneakers app yet this year. I took L's on everything that's come out on the sneakers app, right? Like, I got W's at some other stores. I got flu games from Snipes. I got the Travis Scott trainers from Travis Scott, actually, the Travis Scott website. I've gotten sneakers from everywhere except for the Nike sneakers app. And I had a lot of success on sneakers app last year. A lot for hype sneakers too. You know what I mean? I had 4 or 5 Travises last year, and this year, man, like, I haven't even hit on there yet for 2025. So it's not going to get much easier, I don't see, man. Especially when you look to something like white cement 4s, right? White cement 4s, if they don't make a bunch of those, right? If we're seeing 30,000, 50,000, 70,000 pairs, sort of like what their MO's been for the last, I don't know, 5 or 6 releases that we've seen, oh man, that might break the internet. That might break the internet for something like that, right? Like, so I'd like to sit here and tell you that things are going to get better. It's going to be easier and things like that. But I don't know, man. I don't know right now. I'm going to give a shout out to you guys in the chat, man. Thank you guys for being here. Please hit that like button for me. Tyrone Turner in the house, man. Tyrone Turner, man. Been a minute, man. Glad to see you back. Thanks for joining the channel membership, guys. If you want to join the channel membership, there's links in the description box below. Got 2 tiers on that. So if you guys want to join up, man, I appreciate it. All the support goes a long way. And Tyrone said, let's go, bro. Been a minute since I've been able to chime in. Good to be back. What up, James? What up, chat, man? Yeah, yo, Sosa in the house. Bruh, salute to my guy, man. Chris Taylor said he hit his size 12 at CCS for the Jordan SB Navy. Now, hey, man, that's a major W, Chris. Hey, it's good to see you, bro. Thank you for stopping through and letting us know that you got a W. Dude, that's a major W, man. That's a major W, man. And you deserve it, bro. Thank you. Chris Taylor also said congrats on getting married. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I've never gone through this process before, but like I don't want to say it's like a lot of work, but like there's a lot of details involved with a wedding, man. A lot. Tyrone said, please don't forget to smash that like button. Facts. Keegan McPeters in the house, man. What up, everybody? Member for 5 months. Salute. Appreciate you, Keegan, man. Anthony Hernandez in the building. What's good, James? What's up, Anthony? Goon Baby got the SB4s. Goon Baby gets everything. Man. But I appreciate you for being here once again, my dude. Appreciate you. RX Fly Fishing said, unions are nice, but I like the lost and found more, and I will wear them more. And now it's like my thinking is like, from the very beginning, it's like I would love them for retail. For retail was a cop. Outside of that, if you got Chicago's, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't really think it's definitely not worth paying, in my opinion. Now I know some dude, some people were paying the super high for those. Like I was seeing people pay a stack for that, like not even that long ago, man. And I was just like, bro, like that's insane. That's insane. So happy to see a lot of fam in the Discord get W's for the unions. Facts. There's a link pinned to the top of the chat. If you guys want to join the Discord, it's free. Nike and Jordan Brand will realize how much money they left on the table. They are actually helping the resellers make money. Bama line bullies. So I do feel like they're doing that on purpose though. Up until I would say up until the very beginning of this year. Up until the very beginning of 2025, like right after Christmas, you know, basically the last year or so, people were saying a lot of things about Jordan Brand and Nike. Basically, that Jordans were dead, and New Balance and you know those other kind of brands like that were the new vibe. They were the new powerhouse, things like that, because Jordans would just sit. They would just sit and go to the Nike outlet or sit on the Nike.com website and things like that. And this is the 40th anniversary of Jordan. This is the 40th anniversary of the Jordan 1, the very beginning of it. And they went super hard on this. And if you look at these stock numbers, they're making it so that things are a lot tougher to get. Now, we knew this well in advance. They said that they were going to do this before they announced the 1,000 releases that we were getting in 2025. And we talked about this a lot on the streams. We talked about this at the beginning of 2024, where they said that in 2025, you know, 2024 was going to be what it is. But in 2025, we would see less stock of every single release. They told us this, like we knew it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I don't know if we all believed it, right? Because when we were seeing a lot of those releases last year, they had insane stock numbers. 300,000, 400,000 of sneakers that had no business having stock like that because they just didn't sell. I mean, what was it? The powder blue Air Jordan 9, that had a ton of stock, and Jordan 9s don't move like that. But then you've seen this year, Cool Gray 9s, would they drop on the sneakers app? 13,000 pairs? Nothing. There was people fighting. I watched videos of people fighting over Air Jordan 9s. What was that, last weekend? Over Air Jordan 9s. No one likes 9s except for like me and like 3 people in Nebraska. You know what I'm saying? Like, but listen, when you limit the stock, it increases everybody's awareness of the sneaker, whether it's a sneaker that it's weird how people kind of judge that. Like, I remember, you used to kind of, when you were trying to decide on what if you liked the sneaker, it was because you liked it aesthetically. You liked the way that it looked. You thought you had, like good outfit choices in mind with said sneaker or whatever. You know what I mean? Or even when you're younger than that, like you can only get 1 or 2 pairs of shoes per year, and you gotta sort of have to like make that work with everything that you wear. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays it's all about that resale. So to your point, Nike and Jordan Brand, they know that they are the king of marketing. They know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And they know for a fact that if they limit the stock and they drop colorways that are either very sought after, iconic, or more of like a neutral, blacks, grays, things like that, things that people can easily put outfits with. A lot of reds. You always see a lot of black and red sneakers. You know what I'm saying? And so we've seen flu games, we saw bands, we saw black metallics, black sneakers always do well. So in order for them to sort of get back to the top of the mountain, right, per se, because I don't think that they ever, if you look at what they've made as far as Nike and Jordan Brand, the amount of money that they've made, they made more money last year than they made during the COVID times. When a lot of people said that it was dead, if you go and actually look up the statistics and look at how much money that brand made, they made more money every single year since COVID. As a matter of fact, I think it's even further back. We looked at it one time, but I think it was even further back. Like, I think it was like 2016, 2017. Every single year they've increased and increased and increased. And for the last 2 years before this one, it seemed like they weren't selling sneakers because they weren't selling out like that. But people buy them all the time, whether you think that they don't or not. You know what I'm saying? Whether they get full price for them, that's another thing. If are they getting 210? Are they getting 215? Are they getting 250 or whatever? You know what I mean? A lot of those sneakers they had to discount a little bit, but they still sold them and they still made more money than the previous year every single time. And I'm sure this year they're on pace to do just the same. You know what I mean? But in order to sort of bring back hype, in order to sort of make the 40th anniversary special, they decided, hey, listen, we're going to drop a bunch of heat. We're going to limit everything. And if people fight in the mall, so be it. You know what I mean? If people take a whole bunch of L's on Sneakers app, so be it. You know what I mean? Because whenever they look at it, and they see, oh, like this sneaker's going for below retail, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how people kind of judge what they're going to buy now. If it's going for the price that they're charging on release day, people aren't going to buy it. And I mean, that's a sad fact of reality. That's just the truth. I mean, I don't know how many pairs they plan on dropping for those Obsidian Air Jordan 1 lows tomorrow. But I'm going to tell you that a lot of people already have it in their head that they're not going to buy it tomorrow because they want to see if it goes for below retail. I'm not saying that that's a bad strategy. You know what I mean? But like Nike and Jordan Brand, like they're done with that happening because like I feel like they canceled the Air Jordan 1 black toe release that was supposed to drop in October and dropped it in February because the sneaker was going for below retail and they didn't want that bad look of watching that sneaker sit and people not buy it. That's an iconic kind of shoe. And they did the whole reimagine vibe with it. Packaging was great. But they knew if they dropped it then people wouldn't buy it. And I mean, and those were flooded. Like that sneaker was everywhere before the sneaker released. I mean, everybody had them and they were cheap. They were cheap. So it's not a matter of them leaving money on the table because I mean, you look at all the divisions of Nike, man. They got trainers, they got running shoes, they got, basketball shoes, they got Converse, they're going to make money regardless of how many Jordan 4s they give you. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to make money. Like, that's just the way it is. But, Hey, but Bama Line, man, I appreciate your comment, bro. Daddy seat in the house, man. What's up, gang? Watching from the job. Got my SBs on the way thanks to CCS. Don't depend. Hey, congrats, bro. Congrats, man. Definitely go check out my guy DS. Go subscribe to his YouTube channel. That's my dude, man. Appreciate you for swinging through. But he said, don't depend on sneakers. Enter all raffles. Yeah, he's absolutely right. Like, I think a lot of people, and I was talking about this at the beginning of the stream, some people have to rely on the sneakers app. They just don't, where they live, you know what I mean? Like, not everywhere. Like, I live in a major city. I'm in Pittsburgh, and we have some stores. We don't really have a ton of skateboarding shops. I'm going to tell you that. I think we got one, and it's far away. It's not like in the city or whatever. But we're going to have to get back into that mindset of where, like, you got to do it. Like, it sounds cliche, and like, I know people don't want to like necessarily hear it. Like, you hear it, but you're not listening. Remember White Man Can't Jump? Like, you hear me, but you're not listening. You got to do the raffles. You got to do the raffles. Yeah, I know it's frustrating. I know we all feel like everything's backdoored anyways, and like, we're not going to hit. And you know what? That could be true. But like, then you see, DS is the second person that said that he had a CCS today. So there is places that are giving out W's. So you got to put in for all the raffles. You got to put in for them. Like, if you want something like this, you got to put that work in. Waking up and hoping that you're going to hit on sneakers app. I mean, that's not necessarily a smart move anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like, stock just ain't there. Stock just ain't there anymore. Like, they cut that. Ken Norton. Will anybody be willing to trade a 9.5 or 10 in Jordan 4 brick by brick for a size 10 SB4 Navy? I don't know, man, but good luck with your trade, bro. Gonna be a long year. Yeah. Tyrone Turner said Nike has to balance dropping 1 million pairs of GRs with dropping only 25K. It's the stupidest feast or famine I've ever seen. I mean, I feel like certain things obviously deserve to have more pairs that I feel like they're going to sell, right? Like, if you drop 300 pairs of white cement 4s, they're going to sell. People want 2-3 pairs of those off top. Like, it's such an iconic shoe that something like that resale doesn't necessarily play that much of a factor in because it's so sought after, right? Like, everybody likes white cement 4s, and people that like, and I say this all the time, right? Like, we're so in tune with social media and YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and X and, all these social media sites that you forget that there's like a whole group of people that are 45, 55 years old that don't listen to podcasts, that don't watch YouTube, and, they only come out for the OGs. They only come out for Flu Game 12s. You know what I'm saying? They only come out for the OG sneakers that they remember coming out originally, that they had when they were 7, 8 years, 10 years old, whatever the case may be. And there's a whole demographic of people like that. So when you see something like white cement 4s, Flu Game 12s, black metallic 5s, you know what I mean? Like, they're coming out for those. Some of these other kind of releases like this, like, maybe they don't care about because to them it's new and it's not necessarily something that Michael Jordan played in. There's a group of people that literally only come out for OGs, and you have no idea who they are. You know what I'm saying? And so it makes releases like that much harder to get. um, Now, another thing, and I talked about this a lot coming into the year, which was they have so many releases coming out that the only way that they could successfully release all these sneakers without them really getting pushed back into 2026, like a lot of them, is to limit the amount of pairs a day. Because you can't release a million pairs of everything and then have 9,000 releases. You know what I mean? Just think about that. Like that's not feasible. So for them to smoothly do it, they are going to have to limit the stock. I'm hoping that there's some more marquee type releases though, which like we would call GRs. I don't know if we're actually going to get GRs this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know that any of these are going to be like major GRs. I just feel like when you look at the release calendars, when you look at the list of sneakers that you want, like DS said, you have to put work in. You have to do these, like, you have to do them. You have to make connections. If you live in an area where you got a whole bunch of boutiques and stores that have Jordan contracts and they're tier 0 stores or whatever the case may be, for one, do the raffle. Second, hey, try to get cool with some people. Make some connections. You know what I mean? Make some connections. Yayo Sosa said, I hate everything except except the SB4s. Man, you get everything too. King of Resale. Yayo Sosa in the building. Daddy C said, stop paying the high and the prices will come down. I mean, that's a good point too, right? Like if people, it's never gonna happen, right? Like it's never gonna happen where people don't pay resale. It's not gonna happen. Um, but yeah, I mean, if people hold steady and don't pay resale, prices will come down. Like that is how things work. The longer that the longer that people hold on to these sneakers, the more that they want to sell them and get rid of them. You know what I mean? Like, but it's a lot easier said than done. The Hair 95 says sneakers at whack. we was promised W's and didn't get it. Quick on Kick says sneakers app is arse. It malfunctions with the spinning wheel of no cop. Lifter CB in the building. James family, what up? What up? What up, bro? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Hope the family's good. And member for 15 months, bro. Time goes so quick. Time goes so quick. Bratsky said, "You grabbed the bike ears." I tried for him. I took an L. I think in what size? What I go size 8 on those? Size 8 on sneakers app. I think had like 1,700 pairs or something, and then like 10 million entries. So kind of knew what that was going to be. Although I've gotten lucky with stuff like that in the past, but no, I did not. I didn't grab them, and I do feel like that's going to be one of the top sneakers of the year. You know what I mean? Like that's a nice shoe. Do I feel like it's the most wearable shoe? I don't. I would rather obviously get something like the SB4s personally for me. But that's a great shoe, and shout out to you guys that got them, man. But like that was that's a tough release. Soul Priority in the house, man. What up, bruh? What up, man? How you doing? He said, pay the high. Hey, man. Hope you're doing well, man. Good to see you. Good to hear from you, man. Anthony Hernandez said, got my SB4s and an 8 mil from the local skate shop. Make sure y'all enter those raffles. Salute. Yeah, man. So first of all, congrats on that, and you're speaking facts. CN Dub says, congrats to you. Goon Baby said, congrats to you. DS back in the chat with a comment that said, we heard last year the production was getting cut. people didn't believe him. Yeah, me and you talked about that on here. Me and you talked about that a lot on here. We was telling people, hey, things are changing. Things are not going to be the same. Enjoy it while it lasts. Now, 2024, 2023, that was a great time to be a sneakerhead, man, because things were so easy to get. Not everything. Travis Scott's collabs, things with resale value was still tough to get. But, for the most part, you was able to get in and out of pretty much any release you wanted. And if you didn't pick it up, it's because you didn't want it. And another thing that we're seeing, and I don't know if people are actually paying attention to that, but like if you got sneakers on the brain, or maybe sneakers like on your Goat app or eBay or something like that you been thinking about picking up for a while, the prices on those are starting to climb back up now. You know what I mean? So we're seeing more attention, more hype come the Jordan brand, which is increasing prices of some of those sneakers that used to go for below retail that may or may not be going for retail or below retail any longer, So it's never going to be what it was during COVID 2020, 2021, 20. It's never going to be like that ever again, but things are kind of reverting back to that type of thinking, Goon Baby said, James, I'll go for you on Sneakers app when they drop them. Hey, bro, I appreciate that, man. Size 8 and SBs. And you lucky, bro. You get, dude, somehow, I don't know how Goon Baby does it. I don't know what sneaker gods he's praying to, but my man, like, he be getting it. He be getting everything. Metalhead Ivan said, Discord member here. Awesome Discord, my dude. Great people. Hey, man, I appreciate you. And thanks for being a part of the Discord, man. Once again, guys, if you want to join Discord, it's free. Link pinned to the top of the chat. But, hey, Metalhead Ivan, bro, thank you for stopping through. Thank you for your comment. Marcus Crown Kick Stevens, what up? Good to see you, my man. Good to see you. And you know what, dude? Like, after my wedding's over with, bro, I'm gonna come to that sneaker store with you. I'm gonna post up with you, man. I know I keep saying that, but I'm gonna do that. Tyrone said, welcome to the 2 new Discord members. If you have them join now. You dig. Totally cool community. Great sneaker info and talk. Yeah, everybody in there is cool. I love nuns. Picked up those cool grays. Dope. Galaxy foams didn't hit that high price, people said. They still flew though. Those weren't easy. And I'm not a foam guy or nothing like that. You know what I mean? But like those those still flew. That was probably like those Galaxies. I think that's by and large considered like maybe the best one. A lot of people will probably pick that, but Lifter CB said, limited like they are does nothing but hurt the consumer. See, for me, like, I don't, obviously, like, if there's a shoe, like, I really want, I have no problem paying a reasonable amount of money for it if I, like, take L's or whatever. But, like, but when I have no chance at the sneaker, like the Band Jordan 1, for example, if they would, let's say, okay, they had 10,000 pairs. Let's say that they would have released maybe half of that, maybe even less than half of that on Sneakers app somehow, right? The fact that like I at least had a chance at it, I feel better about the release. So even though it's like limited and things like that, like if I put in and I don't get the sneaker or whatever, cool, I'll move on. One way or another, whether I want to pay the resale or I don't want to pay the resale for it or whatever. But like that's another sneaker. It's great. I would have loved to get it for retail. But I had breads, you know what I mean? Like, so that's not a sneaker like I felt like I had to run out, pay money for, things like that, because like a lot of us already got them anyways. Something like that. Is it dope? Yes. Would I have paid $250 retail for it? Obviously, I definitely would have. But it's just like I think like I really feel like if they gave us just the chance at some of those things, um, you know, I don't know. It's just I don't like the way that like we just haven't necessarily had a chance at a couple of releases so far this year, and I'm worried that that's going to continue. You know what I mean? That's all. I thought the flu games would go for below retail. Epic fail. People were fighting for those too, man. Those were tough. I remember we went live and we looked at stock, and I was like, yeah, nah, nah. This is gonna be. Matter of fact, man, like I remember too on that live stream, we were going through like all the websites. We found a couple places where people got some late W's, and then I got into a queue at Snipes, and it said that I was like 80,000th in line or something. So like I just left the queue up and I forgot about it, and then the queue went down, and they had like three sizes, which was like my size, like a 9 and a 9.5, and like I got a super late W 4 hours after the drop from Snipes USA. But yeah, those, I mean, we're talking about maybe the best Jordan 12 ever. If it's not the best Jordan 12 ever, it's at least the most iconic Jordan 12 ever. You know what I mean? The flu game, like, so that's I was really happy to be able to secure those. If wings were on the black toes, James, they would have sold well. Mm, man, you might be right. You might be right. That DS, oh yeah, yep, you and DS. Marcus said you gotta exhaust all retail options. Hit the local spot. I was telling James about, telling James for the SB4s. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Marcus puts that work in, man. He does. CCS does seem like it's the spot. I hit online, draft from skate shop far away from me. Yeah, there's not a lot of skate shops out there. You also got to show love to the stores you're entering the raffles into. Yeah, that's a good point. A lot of times, like a lot of these places, like the skate shops and things like that, like they don't necessarily sell a lot of things. Um, a lot of these places are like independently owned. So, maybe stop through, say what's up, buy a shirt, say what's up. Support your local stores. You know what I mean? That way they get to know you, and then they'll let you know when things are coming in. You know what I mean? So you have a little bit of a heads up. It's always good to make connections in anything, not just sneakers, but anything. There's a famous saying out there. It's cliche. It's cliche as hell, but it's not always who you or I'm sorry. It's not always what you know. It's who you know. You know what I mean? And that's true. You know. Down fives caught everybody off guard. Did anybody hit on was that Dick's Sporting Goods yesterday when they restocked the metallic fives? That's what started the madness. What are you looking forward to most for the rest of the year? I mean, honestly, where's my list at? Let's see. So I got the flu games. I got the black toes. Got the black metallics. I really want those. I know they're not like hyped or anything like that. Really, too much. But those Alma threes that are coming out, I like those a lot. So I mean, I'm looking forward to them in a couple weeks. Um, Matter of fact, let's look at those for a second, because that's like, I guess that's probably the next major thing coming up. I'm assuming. No, these are like basically 350, 400 bucks or so. 350, 400 right now. I'm not going to advise paying resale on these neither, but like Here's the move for these, right? Normally, is they drop on AMA, APB, social status, things like that. All the stores that James Whitner owns. And they charge you shipping, which used to be like, I think it's $30. I think the last release was, like $20. I think they lowered it a little bit. And the problem with that is you go into these EQL raffles and then you pay the shipping, you pay the EQL fee to get your W, which is like the only thing a lot of us hit on through EQL is for the AMA releases. So like you're paying shipping, you're paying tax, most people. You're paying shipping, you're paying tax, you're paying an EQL fee. And then they'll drop on Sneakers app. And you don't pay none of that. And a lot of times what has happened is like the shipping for these is so slow from them that people who hate on the Sneakers app actually get the sneaker before the people that hit on like Alma's website or whatever, or the raffles. So these are supposed to drop on the 30th through the Alma in your channels and things like that. But I don't necessarily know if that's the move. You know what I mean? Like, should we just wait and get them on the Sneakers app, or are they not going to drop on Sneakers app, or are they going to do some exclusive access? You know what I'm saying? It's like, so I like, I don't know if you're that worried about maybe 20 or 30 extra bucks on these, you know, I'd wait, but like, I don't know, man, but I do like these a lot. I don't think these are gonna have like high resale value or anything like that. So like I'm not gonna sit here and tell you like, oh man, these are gonna be $400 or whatever. Like, you know, make sure you guys do everything you gotta do to get. I like when you hear people talk about them, like people are talking about these like these ain't even like all that, like they're not that great or anything. And you know, so like I don't necessarily know that these have. I don't know that. Sorry, my girl sending me messages. But like I don't necessarily know that these are gonna have like high resale to where, you know, it. I don't know, man. I just like these. People aren't necessarily like feeling them all that much and things like that. But I like the different kind of colorways. I really like the Jordan 5s that they did in like a similar colorway to these. I have those. I think they're great. So you know, I think these are cool. Terrell Washington said, no joke, entered at least 50 raffles between SB Unions and Brick by Brick, 0 wins. Damn, bro. But, you know, I can see that. I can see that. But that's crazy. The Brick by Brick, that release was strange. Only because there was that train heist, like some Fast and the Furious type stuff, where like people hijacked the train for what 2,000 pairs of those, and you know, obviously limited, but that's a great that's a great shoe. That's a great shoe. What are those prices looking like? Because I haven't even checked. Let's check those out. These are hitting for 373, 378, 396, 417, 450, 500, 520, 560. I mean, these are over with. These are over with. You ain't gonna see these restocked nowhere. That's done. White cements are a double up. White cements are a double up, and I have not been doubling up for a minute. I've kind of quit doing the double and triple up thing. I sold a lot of the double, not all. Not a lot. Some. I'll keep it 100 with you guys. I sold some of the doubles and triples that I have. I got a bunch of money in GOAT credit right now. I probably got about like 3,500 in GOAT credit. For like the last like 6 or 7 months, I've been slowly like moving things. But I just say I'm not in a hurry to spend that money. I'm not in a hurry to spend that money. I'll tell you that. I'm trying to hit things for retail, man. I'm trying to hit things for retail, and maybe only spending like the money that I got in GOAT credit on like things that were like super impossible to get. You know what I mean? Like super impossible that aren't going for an arm and a leg. You know what I mean? But it's going to be an expensive year, one way or another. There's just so many releases. We're not going to get everything. We're not going to get everything. You know what I'm saying? It's just not going to be one of those years. It's just whatever you want, you got to work for. You got to work for it, man. If you really want something. Doubled up on military fours. Don't need the Navy SBs. That's a good point. I mean, obviously, like the SBs, probably a little tiny bit better with materials, maybe. Similar colorway, very similar, you know. They're close. They're close. You let me know. I mean, you're telling me you don't need them. I definitely respect and see that. You know what I mean? Like I can't argue that. Maybe you don't. Maybe we don't need them like we think we do. We got military blue. Maybe we don't. Originally, when they told us they were dropping two, it was the red and the blue. And if you go look at my game film, I was saying that I like the red one a lot more. And back in that time, I had no idea that was going to be a friends and family pair with only, I don't know how many pairs, but they make 200, 2,000. They only made a handful of the red SB4s. But that was the one that I wanted the most. And that was before we knew it was friends and family and they were going to be untouchable. You know what I'm saying? But the SB4 still dope. They're still dope. But that's a good question. Let me know, guys. If you got military blues, do you really think about it? Do you really need the SB navies? William Fuller said, "Well, bro, I'm 50 and you guys keep me in tune." Hey, salute William Fuller, man. Thank you for being a part of the community, and I'm glad to have you, man. And you know, that's awesome. That's awesome. Shout out to William Fuller. Yeah, yeah. Legwork still matters. Yeah, even with the raffles, etc., no W is guaranteed. Gonna be rough, and we gotta accept some L's. Gotta accept some L's. Got to. Absolutely. The 85 bread started the hype, and the 5 sealed the deal. I knew that those 5s were gonna be a problem. If you look back historically, um, most all black Jordans do really, really well. Most all black Air Jordans do fantastic. And that was an OG. And listen, those black metallic 5s, they did such a great job on those. Like I mean, they did a really good job on them. You know what I mean? Yeah, yo. James, did you get a chance to look at my first video? The only thing in the video I paid resale for was the Galaxy phones. Oh, just this year, you mean? Oh, because like I've known you for a while, bro, and you pay resale for a lot. But yeah, yo, you're my dude, bro. 1,633 pairs, brick by brick, size 8. Got him. That's dope. Marcus said, bet I'm outside. You know I'm outside. Hell yeah. Nitro. Hi and A. Been passing on most shoes and clothes drop. Then I've been learning other skills and mixed martial arts. Hey, do you, man? Do you? Roderick Worthy said, "Congrats. When you getting married?" June, beginning of June. It's coming up, man. It's coming up. We were supposed to do this in 2024, and then um it gets hectic and it was like getting crazy expensive, and so we pushed it back a year, and that really did help, as far as like the cost and like the stress level and all that, because like my girl, she got a full-time job and she's like important at her job, and I have um I have a good job too that's like requires a lot of time and attention, and up until like this little kind of like breaks that I've been doing on YouTube, like I went super hard on YouTube for like 3.5 years. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to say I made a video every day, but like I was on YouTube a lot, whether it was video or live streams and things. And like, all the stuff that you do in your life, it takes something away from, time away from something else. You know what I mean? Because we all have to pay bills and, things like that. But um I'm really looking forward to getting married, man. I'm really looking forward to it, and then yeah. But thank you. White cement tough too. Yeah, Allie. Yep. Yeah. I'm really worried about that release. Like somebody asked me what I was like most looking forward to the rest of the year. That's definitely one of them. I know I talked about Alma 3 and then kind of sidestepped that one. Those Obsidian Jordan 1 lows that are coming out tomorrow. That's one that I want. Great vibes. It's like I really like OG type stuff, and this year they're dropping a lot of like OG Jordan 1s, or not Jordan 1s, but like just Jordan's period. Um, damn, what is 250 for the cool grays? Not bad, not bad considering there was none as far as stock goes for these. Um, but so like I got like grape fives, like that's something that I'm interested in. I'm not saying that I'm like super hyped about that, but that's gonna be a cop. I never had them, and it's OG, so I need the OGs. The Ferrari 14s. That's a sneaker that I used to have, and someone talked me into selling them, and I wasn't wearing it, so I was like, and they were going for like stupid money. So like I don't know. I was trying to get like Travis Scott's at the time or something. So like I made a bonehead move there. So like I want to get those back. The UNC reimagined Jordan 1s. Obviously the white cement 4s. Uh Shattered backboard 1s if like the materials are on point. Black Cat Air Jordan 4s. The Air Jordan 5 Fire Red with the black tongue. That's a must. That's a must. Let me see here. I'm gonna try to find some photos of that because I think Z Sneakerhead posted some recently. Yeah. These Jordan 5s with the black tongue, so dope. These this is like I said, 23 on the side, man. Black tongue. This is one that I'm not saying it's the most one I'm the most excited for, but like I'm really excited for these. Um I would really like to get those Travis Scott Jordan 1 lows if possible. I mean, there's I'm sure that there's so many releases. I know they're not all coming in my head. Super K said I hit on the Nigels last week in my local boutique. Yeah, man. Like You told me about that the other day. Yo, salute and congrats. They called me 2 hours before pickup and told me that they oversold my size. They sold me a 9.5 instead of a 10.5, so I just sold them for $500. Are you gonna rebuy them or just on to the next? But yeah, that sucks. That sucks. The hair 95, you pay almost 280 at social status or website. Then the sneaker 230. Yeah, no, you're right. Now, those Alma on your websites are the Alma on your 3 limited. The Almas have not been limited like the past like I don't know how many times. The only one I remember, let's see, what was limited? The original 3 wasn't a lot of those. 12s, there was a ton of them. The Jordan 1 actually, I know a lot of people kind of talk about that one like it's not that great or anything. That was really I remember I was trying everything to get that shoe um in that time. And I literally took like 150 L's. Like, you know what I mean? They even dropped on sneakers, and I had like everybody that I knew like going for them, and we all took L's on that. Um, I don't know that these are going to be limited. I feel like this is out of everything that's coming out that's come out the month of March. I think the 2 easiest cops are going to be the Obsidian Jordan 1 lows tomorrow and the Amas. Those Amas, there's always a ton of them to go around. You know what I mean? If they're limited, if we find out they're limited, that seems to be like the story of the year. But I would expect heavy stock for that, just like we have the last 4 or 5 releases or whatever it's been. Yeah, I don't. We haven't seen a shock drop, so I don't know that we're gonna get one anytime soon. Those Alma threes are so clean. I like them. James, just go in the store for the threes. They will be sitting, and you can get them same day. There you go. Max resale 350, 400 on the threes. I'm gonna say like they're gonna. I think they'll be 300 and lower. Maybe 350. I mean, maybe, but I feel like there's gonna be a lot of them. I'm passing on the Alma threes. Seen them in hand. Quality is nice, but they're very plain. Allie, I'm sure that there's a way, but like I have an Apple computer and I have an iPhone, so it's like integrated. So it's actually my computer making that sound. So like I'm not sure. I'm blessed to be 9.5, but cursed. Military blues are a better shoe, more classic and OG. OG rules, yeah. Super K said he's not gonna buy his size. He's just on to the next. Hey, well, hey man, hey, that was a nice little come up. That was a nice little come up either way. The main reason for me not buying anything, shoes or clothes, still clearing out space. Stopped using, so could use the money to study more mixed martial arts. It's always good to have other interests, man. With respect to the OG SB4s or killing military blues. Hmm. I really don't get the type of hype around brick by brick. In my opinion, they're not even in the top 3 retro 4 to release this year. White Cement, Black Cat, Rare Air are way better. I respect it. Personally, I would like to have the White Cement or Black Cat over that. The Rare Air, I'm not crazy about. Rare Air, I'm not crazy about. I'm tired of fours, to be honest. Big Bubble Air Max 95s are supposed to be super limited. Shout out to Tremaine Jennings. Speaking of GOAT, gotta drop some shoes off to them. Yeah, like it's good to part with some stuff, man. Get money, for some of these releases. That I think, like, I've got military blues and prefer them over to SBs. It's an OG. OGs over all. Also, I'm not posing with SB on the booty for clout. SB fours are must have, and I have the military fours also. So Goon Baby just got the SB fours in hand, and he got those. So Goon Baby, which one is better in your opinion? Like, how much better is the materials on the SB4? Because like the military blues are basically almost like the same kind of. They have the SB shape and all that, right? So, in your opinion, is the SB Navy 4 how much better, or is it exactly the same? I'm talking just materials, not color. RX Flatfish and said, I've been selling a ton of shoes out of my collection lately. No, I'm still King Resale. I was talking about just in that video. Bro, you crazy with that. You used to be real crazy with that resale, bro. You'd be like, oh, they're 1,000. F it. I love your attitude on stuff though, bro. Like when you want something, bro, you just say F it, bro, and just get it. I salute that. Those Nigels though, they're different, unique color materials to box the story. Phew, fire. I mean, it's a cool shoe. It's a cool shoe. Like, I took my L. It's not for me. It's not a sneaker I'll pay resale for. It's just not. It's cool. Like, I mean, if I hit on it, I'd be happy. But what color would you categorize the military blue? Is it royal? No. Military, no, it's they call it industrial blue. And I remember, like, when those were coming out, I was like doing like a lot of I was looking for hats in that color. I think I only found one, and it was like a Yankees hat. Um it was like not a lot of things like that match that, like that blue. That blue's unique, and it's not used very often. But they butchered the quality on the military blues. It's not even close to me. I mean, yeah. No, I mean, like, yeah, there was issues. There was issues with some of them. Like, I don't want to say all the pairs, but like some of the pairs for sure. No, that's a good point. Super K said my next pickup are the Kobe, What the, and the Great Fives. Yeah, your money long. I missed on the Nigels and still want them. Them joints gas. I'm passing on the UNC ones. I hate the midsoles so bad. Is anybody going after the Obsidian Jordan 1 lows tomorrow? Scared to get a fake. Nah, true that. True that. I replaced my light. Give me a second, guys. Let's look at those Obsidians. Those are dropping tomorrow. I know, like, I checked them out like a week ago. They look pretty good. Um, and saying like the prices weren't like crazy or nothing, but these are very similar to these are very similar to these powder blue joints. Obviously not the same. Color's a little bit different, you know what I'm saying? The Obsidian Jordan 1 colorway is like one of the best Jordan 1 colorways in my opinion. But if you guys got these, do you need those? You know what I'm saying? Like these are not the same, but they're pretty close. These are powder blue. Those are UNC blue. This is black. That's navy. But I don't know. Let's look at the prices on these. And they already basically at retail. Somebody on Goat wants $1,900 for a size 13 and a half, but like every other size is like um 135, 200 at the most for most sizes. Yeah, but these will be easy to pick up. Those will be super easy, and then I think those almonds, man. I think those almonds would be really easy to pick up if you guys want them. But like, not really seeing anybody really talk about them like they're really anything. Like, there's not a lot of hype for them. But we'll see what happens when they come out in 2 weeks, man. Because like Fire Red Fives clean. Yeah, those are definitely a cop, man. Just give me the red SBs and more OGs better than the collab, says Spartan Kicks Dino Stacks. I saw that those red SBs are going for like $4,000 or something stupid. Because there's like very, very few of them. They're friends and family. Dominic Pacheco in the house, man. What's good, broski? What up? What up? Gum bottom, it hit different on the SB4. It does. It does. I know it's a small detail, but you're right. Tyrone Tenor said that early stream is lit, bro. Yeah, I was actually off work today, so I got something to do later. So, but I wanted to, man, I wanted to talk sneakers with you guys, man. You know, I had some stuff to say, man. I wanted to kick it with you guys for a little bit. I'd rather have the Obsidian high. Yeah, no, you're right. Passing on the Obsidian lows if they go for below retail, I cop. If not, I'm good. My cool gray 9s and flu game 12s got me happy. Already hit on sneakers app, but L on the bricks. Been keeping an eye on them red SBs with gum whoop whoop at work. Now I'm going it. Hey man, yeah, I ain't paying 4 bands for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't paying no 4 bands for a shoe. I don't care how great it is. Like we ain't doing that. Mm-mm. Maybe if I had like millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, I would do stuff like that. But like, nah. I like food and electricity and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But yo, other than that, man, like, I guess we could take a quick look at April. Let's take a quick look at April releases real quick. Mm, 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 mm. I don't know where I don't know where I want to look. Let me look. Let's see, do we want to? Okay, so we got the. Okay, let's start right here and just look. All right. April 5th, Women's Air Jordan 1 Rare Air Cinnabar pass. Also, April 5th, Air Jordan 1 Rare Air Deep Royal Blue, men's colorway. Probably pass. Air Jordan 1 Metallic Silver, women's pass. Luca Barely Green. April ain't looking too great, honestly. Air Jordan 1 Low Rookie of the Year. They all right. They all right. Great fives. Air Jordan 1 Low Phantom. These are cool. I like these. And then we got the Air Jordan 11 Low Bread. That's interesting. I'm gonna like normally Jordan 11 lows. Normally those actually kind of move, and those always have like stupid resale value. And by stupid resale value, I mean like they're all at least like 300, 350 most times. Most times. And that one's interesting. That one's interesting because Michael actually wore these, like in like one game. Yeah, April. Mm, looks like we're gonna retool. Looks like we're gonna save up a little bit of money this month. Ain't in April? It ain't like a whole lot of stuff happening. Not really a whole lot dropping that I feel like is like crazy important. But we'll see. We'll see. Uh, should I rock Black Cement 3s tonight at Fish Fry at the Firehouse? Hell yeah, go ahead. Super K said April isn't too bad. It's not stacked like February or March was. Definitely not. Keegan says he's getting the blue pair of Jordan 1s. They kind of give me like Union vibes, like Union Jordan 1 vibes, but feeling it said give me the Kobe's. Salvador said April is not it. Sparring Kick said all the retail wins you got, you should be able to pay anything. Hey. Feeling it, likes the rookie of the year. You know what? I mean, they're not bad. They're not bad. Where'd they go? There they go. Kind of looks like a wheat colorway to me. Colorway is Sail Black, Golden Harvest, Gem Red. Sneakers just notified me that Obsidian is delayed to next week. Are you in like Canada or something? I think. Right? You're in Canada. Oh wait, no, wow. No, they just pushed them back. The Obsidian Jordan 1 Low is now dropping instead of tomorrow. It's dropping on March 29th. Great 5s and 11 lows for Super K. Little Titan in the building. Yo, what's good, my guy? What up, Little Titan? What up, what up? It will be pretty dry all summer, really. I'm going to plan on picking up a couple of pairs each month. September looks stacked. Saving hella money next month unless Supreme do better. Don't like the knit hat. Just gotta go and do some unraveling. All right, said I'm in the U.S. Yeah, nah, yeah, bro, yeah, yeah. That's crazy. Like they don't hardly ever do that. Like the day before release, push it back a week. That's crazy. All right, let's get a little bit of ahead of ourselves. Let's look at May real quick since April wasn't really that crazy. All right, May we got Air Jordan 4 Forget Me Nots. It's a women's colorway. May 3rd. I mean that's a cool looking one. I mean it's not bad. These UNC Jordan ones though, like I think it was Super K say he ain't like the midsole. On these are a cop for me. I'm getting them for sure. Then in May we also have another Alma Manure, the Violet Ore. I'm not blown away by it. These, what are they? Svovarsky? I'm pronouncing it wrong. Air Jordan 1 Low Stealth Women's $1,000. May 15th. Pass. Jordan 3 sold 2.0s. I'd have to see him. Jordan 12 Mellows. Air Jordan 1 High Women's Ruby. White Cements. Super Cop. May got a couple things. June. Women's Jordan 11 Low Igloo. Ferrari 14s. These are so dope, guys. If you've never had a pair of Ferrari 14s, these are so nice. Trophy Room's going to be dropping a Jordan 6 in June. Couple of Jordan 1 Lows coming out. Wash Teal Women's and the Rust Pink. I saw something about this the other day, too. So the Undefeated Air Jordan 4, which I haven't really had too much thought about these. Like, they're cool and everything, but supposedly we knew that they were going to be doing two versions. There's going to be a Nike Air version, which, that one's going to be real tough to get. And then there's going to be one that has the Jumpman. I also saw something else to where the Nike Air version will also have different materials. So we're going to have to see how that one plays out. I'm going to assume that the Nike Air is going to be probably exclusive to Undefeated. Very limited, I'm assuming. And then the Jumpman version probably have more stock, and that'll probably be the one that drops on like the Nike sneakers app. But I'm just guessing. I don't know that for sure. But that Nike Air version of this is going to be tough. But supposedly, even the materials on the Nike Air version will be different. So, and that's going to be in June. Why they got a Jordan 1 mid on here? July, Pure Money 3s. Jordan 5, Lumious Green. That's a pass. Pure Money 3s, though, that's a possibility. Shattered Backboards come out in July. Jordan 8 Aquas come out in July. Jordan 3 Tex Orange Trans, that's a pass. Rare Air Jordan 4s, a lot of people like this shoe. I'm not a fan of it, really. August, Steel 10s. Jordan 1 High OG Self-Expression. Denim Jordan 4s. French Blue 12s. Awake NY Jordan 5s. These are cool. I mean, they're pink, but they're cool. There's another one. I think they got two collabs, two Jordan 5s. These Travis, I know they're plain, but I like them. I'd like to get these. Yeah, September. Yeah, Super K's right. September got Travis's, Jordan 4 Cave Stone. This Jordan 1, but no one's gonna buy that. Fire Red Black Tongue. That's a cop. I talked about that. Here's the other. Well, I don't know if it's gonna look like this, but here's the other Awake NY. It said black, racer blue, metallic silver, white, and clear is the colorway. Storm Blue Air Jordan 1 Low OG. October got a Jordan 11 Rare Air. Another women's Jordan. A lot of women's Jordan 1s this year. Jordan 5 35th anniversary. Soft pink, white, and black. Air Jordan 1 Low OG Chicago. Guys, this is going to go stupid crazy. Stupid crazy. Air Jordan 3 Family Affair Pass. Jordan 12 Jordan 10 Shadow Pass. Jordan 4 Cozy Girl women's shoe. Jordan 12 Taxi November. Women's Air Jordan 11 Grand Finale. Bugs Bunny 8s. These Zion Williamson Jordan 1s, these are dope. I wish I would have got the other ones that he dropped. But these are better than that in my opinion. These are really cool. Black Cat 4s, coming out, I guess, right around Thanksgiving. Gamma 11s. Quad 54 Jordan 1 Low. Air Jordan 1 High Patent, black and white. Air Jordan 6. You know what? There really isn't many Jordan 6s this year. I think this might be the second one. The other one's the trophy room. Travis Scott, Bright Cactus, Jumpman Jack. Reverse Shadow, High 85, Jordan 1, Rare Air 3. This says Alma Manure Jordan 5 Diffuse Blue with a summer 2025 release date. Nigel Sylvester's dropping a Jordan 1 Low. Man. Oh, yeah, we're getting off-whites. I forgot about that. Oh, yeah, we're getting off-white Jordan 1. Yeah, good luck with that. Then Nigel Sylvester's dropping like a Fire Red 4 colorway. PSG Jordan 5. Alma Manure Jordan 6s. They have Jordan 14. Oh, that's a golf shoe. Never mind. But yeah, I mean, no matter what's on these lists, guys, there's always going to be sneakers that pop up that we don't even know about. Happens all the time. So I'm just going to have to see what happens, man. I wonder if JD will still ship the Obsidians from Access. I'm going to assume that they will. King Leprechaun, man. What up, James? Been a minute. Hope you're still loving what you're doing. Passion is greatness. White Cement 4s. Both Rare Air 3 and 4. Gamma in December. And I'm good for the year. Already spent well over 2 G's, man. Hey, salute to you, bro. Thanks for stopping through, man. You already spent over 2 G's. Damn, bro. But yeah, I mean, you only need a few more for the rest of the year. So, like, it ain't too bad, bro. Ain't too bad. I want the Mellow 12s and the White Cements. Nike Air version or bust for the undefeated 4s. I don't like 10s. I just don't like them. I lied. I want those Awake NY 5s. Yeah, dude. I mean, honestly, Awake's done some. They're a cool little brand. I like them. November's always stacked. Mario, what up? What up? What up? What up? All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down, man. Thank you guys for kicking it with me, man. I'm gonna make some content for you guys here in a little bit of time. But yeah, you guys heard it here. They pushed back the Obsidian Air Jordan 1 Low on the Nike Sneakers app to March 29th. So no drop on sneakers tomorrow for those. But yeah, next major release is the Alma 3s. So we'll see how that goes. Salvador says peace. Yayo says peace. See you later. Thank you guys so much for all your, support and everything like that. Road to 20K this year, man. Road to 20K. So make sure you guys subscribe if you're ghost watching. Hit the like button, everybody, man. It does really, really help. Share the streams out. Share my videos out. Do all that stuff for me, man. And if you guys been here, when I hit milestones, I do giveaways for y'all. So 20K is major. I'm going to do probably a few giveaways for that major. That's a major, major thing. So the goal for this year is to hit 20. All right. And we're 4,000 something away. So thank you guys, man. Make sure you guys have a safe weekend. And I'll be seeing you guys very soon, man. Stay safe. Love y'all. Peace.